Welcome, everybody. I know it's been a little bit. I do apologize. Been rather busy. On Farming Simulator, actually. I just unfortunately wasn't recording it because, it's just little things here, little things there. But I'm going to throw everything into a quick 3-minute update for you. So, to start off, Field 17 planted with corn. I actually planted it on the 17th. It is now the 23rd. It has not hit stage 1 growth yet. Just kind of annoying. It's being very slow. I do apologize that it is nighttime, so you ain't gonna see too much. But me and Jack a couple days ago mowed down the grass around the south side and the west side of 18. Turned those into silage bales. I believe I got 30 or so silage bales out of it, which are in the bale shed here, nicely stacked up against the wall. The baler that we used was this little Betty, the FB 3135, FBP 3135. Works great. Windrower works, and of course the wrapping function. Throws them out round bales, but that's perfectly fine. So all-in-one system, works great, did its job. Can't complain. So, got that. I bought another tractor, which is a 7R series, 7230R to be exact. Put the front loader attachment on it with the bale spear, and of course my 8245 with the counterweight on the front for baling. I originally had the front loader on this thing, but it did not work with the hydraulic front end, so because it jutted out farther than this one's does. So just folded down, got another tractor, said screw it. Got the hay bale maker here, straw bale maker there. They are undercover due to the fact it was actually raining earlier, didn't want to ruin anything. Of course, my flatbed trailer for bales. So that's all planted, just waiting for it to germinate, because if it fails, I'd like to know in advance. So I can go back and replant. I noticed it's taking its sweet time. That might be part of the precision DLC. Okay, so this cow barn. Don't know if you guys had already seen that I have it, but if not, now you do. So we've got cattle now. This one specifically is for the milkers. So milk providing cattle here. And then over here, in the very large... Okay, yeah. In the very large pasture area, this is the Black Angus. I apologize that they're kind of frozen. It does that every once in a while, and then they'll just start moving. Like that one. So, some of them will just like temporarily freeze, and then they'll just randomly start moving after a little bit. It's weird. It's probably because the pasture's so like oversized, which is nice because it looks more legitimate. So, just. But anyway, so we got. I call them, of course, Black Angus because that is, actually what they are. In game, I think they're called satyrs. Salers. So they're called Salers. So I've got 68 of them. Right now I only have 12 Holsteins, which is why I'm here at the warehouse. I am actually going to be getting some more Holsteins. Milk production. So, a couple more changes to this applies specifically to the 2nd gen Ram. The extended cab is now running the bull horn style. Bull hauler, I believe, is the actual term for it. Of exhaust. Does function. Puts out plenty. So, goes blacker as I go down the road, so it rolls coal. Not as well as I'll like, so at some point I'll be making changes. Like, it goes much darker and much more profuse, but it just doesn't go black enough, in my opinion. Like, it's more of a charcoal than it is black. So definitely gonna have to improve on that just a wee bit. I'll get to that later. So, the regular cab also got an upgrade. However, it does not have the same exhaust. Neither of them have this stock exhaust that used to come back here anymore. So that one's got the bull horns. The regular cab has. Let me just do this. Zoop and zoop over to my house. Has that. So the regular cab, this is actually my new mudding truck, has out the hood, which also does function. Looks pretty cool from the inside, to be honest. Just watching the smoke or the exhaust just roll out of it. So of course I've got all my watering things there. I got a new dog. Actually did something really interesting just to see if it works. So the Holstein cattle barn, this is actually the milk thing for that you can call for delivery. So it gives me a readout on how much milk that's there right in my house. And of course there on the side is the button that you press to call for delivery, for somebody to come and pick it up for you, which I think is pretty cool. Just want to see if that works, all the way over here, considering the the cow pastures over here. So got some straw bedding down for them, feeding them TMR, perfectly blended. Well, I'll pretend I didn't just see that. But seems to be working pretty good. I definitely need to illuminate this one just a little bit. Man, that train is hauling. Red line. Yeah, so red line goes behind here. Blue line's a little bit further, just a bit further north. So, all right. Bought a Volvo for the salt facility. Also got the salt truck. Put water in. So those two are currently rolling out salt. Right here is the, of course, the mother bin. So got the mowers and everything. Tractors for the mowers there and there. And then the smaller mowers for these two. Of course, got the wheel loader. My four dump trucks for the bank are all the same color, same design. They actually are already loaded with salt. So anything in the mother bin is just, extra. So this is where I ship my grass to be unloaded via train, dried, transferred over to the hay loft, which of course puts it back onto the train. I also got a dump truck here, in case the Volvo isn't necessary, but it seems to be working. It's got an auto drive course, it does, so it, loops. and reloads. I think that's pretty much it on the updates. You know, we got some auto drive destinations done. Some more attachments for the warehouse. Well, some more attachments for the TLX 9000 for the warehouse. Oh yeah, this actually I just did today. I changed out my truck. So originally I had a Ford. This Ford actually was literally this one. It was just orange. Was my semi truck that I was using for these guys. So, and then I had a Mack. Well, I got rid of the Mack. Changed the Ford over to green. Turned it into hook lift for those two. And then I got a Peterbilt 389 right here, which now runs these. I got rid of the pup because the pup actually wasn't working. Oddly enough, I'm not sure why. It just wouldn't allow me to put anything into it. Like I could fill, you know, these, the 5-axle or the 6 just fine, but the pup wasn't working. So I got a dolly and then got another 5-axle long trailer. So it pulls both of those rather nicely, I might add. Other than that, that's basically all the updates so far. You know, we've just been, you know, busting through the fields and such. Oh man, that bucket's dirty. I gotta clean that thing. It's odd though that the bucket's what changed color. I was using that originally for carrying the straw bales and hay bales and such around down at the bale shed, but I moved it. So we put out an official notice today for Autotech Farms. He is the guy. He actually hasn't been on streams or anything with us. He bought Field 15 and then bought this little plot to the north of it and threw down a house, bought himself a go-kart. This is like the first day we had switched to this map. I can't remember if I was recording or not. I'm pretty sure I wasn't. But he hasn't been on. It's been a couple weeks now. So, you know, the 17th, today's the 15th. So the 17th will actually be the 3rd week since he's been on. So we put out an official notice today that if he does not get on, by then his property will be foreclosed via the bank, and then will be given to somebody who actually is going to do something with it, because he hasn't touched it. All I did was throw down a house. That's it. So, you know, nothing's being done. He's not even playing, so there's no point in him owning property if he's not going to play. Went ahead and put in this, which is a sell point, farmers co-op specifically. I didn't put it in the building. The building was already here, and of course the crane was here, but there was nothing, like no sell point here. So I was just like, all right, I'll just throw down a sell point here, right next to, of course, the chip unit. So, yeah. But yeah, so that takes care of all the updates. So I'm gonna go down and grab the TLX 9000. I know for some reason I'm running fast. That's not a glitch. I don't know if it's lag on your end. If it is, I apologize. It's because I had my cheat thing enabled while I was working on the 2nd gen, so I could reload them through console commands when I made a modification to the XML to get them to work right. And I forgot to turn it back off, so that's why anytime I try to run, I just like take off like I'm using speed boost. Alright, so got this nice livestock trailer. Doesn't hold a whole bunch of cattle, but it works. I mean, it looks really, really good. So it's got 2 levels. So of course they'll go, you know, top and bottom. You know, it's got a ramp for them to go up. Don't ask me how they're supposed to get on the top level, but they do. And of course, it's got closable windows, which I think is really nice. Definitely a very nice touch. So of course, you know, that just folds up like so. Alright. So, since it's not raining, I will roll this window down. Alright, so we're going to be heading to... load up into the animal dealer. We're going to go to the animal dealer. Get some more Holsteins. Holsteins are very important. My wife usually does all the animals, but because of the massive amount of trees that she's got, there's not much point in, you know, her being the one doing all the animals at the same time as trying to deal with all the trees. It's just a major workload for her. So I decided to do the cattle. And of course I got my 2 horses. I know you guys saw that on the last video. So one of course is named Tornado. The other one actually got renamed to Wild, which used to be Sam. But yeah, so we're gonna go get some more Holsteins to actually get some milk going. Milk is very important. Now, of course, they've got, you know, they've got straw. They're getting TMR. So they should be producing milk. Oddly enough, for some reason, they're not. I'm gonna look. Yeah, so TMR is the best, will maximize their milk production. Okay, that's nice. We'll maximize their production, but yeah, nothing's coming out. Alright. There we go. Your productivity is linked to how well you take care of them. Well, they've got everything they need, so I don't know what the problem will be. Alright. Oh, so me and my wife are discussing this. I don't know if it'll work, so please do not quote me on this. I don't know if anyone has tried it. it's definitely something interesting that I want to try. So, as you guys know, and this is something I don't actually have yet, ATC containers. So the ATC containers go on a trailer like this. For those of you that don't know what they look like these. If you've ever seen a train, the intermodals, that's what these are on. So of course the big ones, they come in a variety of sizes, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 45. So this is what they look like. So what we were talking about is obviously, well, semi-trucks cost money to run, diesel, such. So to ship something via semi would be not very cost effective in the long run if you've got like 8 or 10 freaking ATC containers that have to go. Short of having 8 or 10 different trailers with 8 or 10 different trucks, diesel for all of them, it just kind of gets ridiculous. But this is what I came up with. Obviously the warehouse is right there at Blue Line. Each train, red and blue, have a flatbed cart with straps. If these containers, or at least the trailer they're on, is strappable, then we can transport these containers via train. Now, of course, there's no spot on the map that red and blue run parallel close together. Like, this is probably the closest part right here. Which is actually quite a bit of distance between the two. But, of course, there's where red line goes under blue here, or where blue line goes under red line here. There, of course, is, those two spots that potentially, if you stop the train right here, offload the cargo container, stop the red line here, load the cargo onto the red, and then have it go on its merry way. And of course, blue goes on its merry way. Yeah, you could do it that way. Or, up here by port, which, yeah, so in this spot, the train moves to the right. So it'd have to be on, well, it could be on the port 1 side. So there and there. So I mean, it can be done, especially since red line actually goes over into the port area. So, offload here, drive over there. Yeah, that's probably the closest spot actually. But if we could transport those ATC containers via train, it just makes it so much faster. Because then, trains don't cost fuel. They go across the whole map, so you can literally send them everywhere. Because what came up with it is, we were coming back from, well, we have trains that go near our house, every single day. I can literally look out my window and watch a train. So they, of course, have intermodals, which gave me the idea of, because her trailer that she has for wood chips holds 60,000, I believe. Okay. An ATC container holds 45,000, yes. So it holds a little bit less. But if you could send, I mean, the length of that car, you could probably put double stacked 2 high. On that car, you could probably put 4 to 6 ATC containers if you centered them and just went a single row down the center long ways. You could probably fit 6 ATC containers on there, double stacked that way. Obviously 12 if you did them 2 side by side, 2 high, 3 long. So then you're going from 60 to 45 times 12. Well, 45,000 times 12. So, let's calculate that real quick. Okay, so 45,000 times 12. 540,000. So you're going from 60,000 to over 500,000 just from using the train. And of course, the train won't take, take a little bit of time, but the train can't flip. So you can actually, go top speed, I think 61 miles an hour that they can do. And of course, they don't crash. So you can transport quite a few ATC containers that way if they can strap. That's the main thing. They have to be able to strap. If they can't strap, it's not going to work. I haven't tested this theory yet. That is something that I'm going to wait for Jack or Chris to be on. So that way we can keep a very close eye. I mean, yeah, I could probably do it myself, but it'd just be more fun with, somebody else to assist. All right, so round 2. Load up. Of course, we're going. I went right past them. Holstein, oh my lord. Okay, so reason I went with this. So here are the Sowlers. They're meat, basically. Limousines are actually the best meat, but they're there for turning around really quickly. I went with Holsteins and Sowlers though, because if you look, obviously a Holstein black and white, Sowler black. So all the Holsteins are always female. All the Sowlers I have are male. So if I put one Sowler in with the Holsteins, then they'll produce more Holsteins. So Holsteins, of course, require more food, but they're the best at milk. So we're gonna get some more of these. Okay, we'll just go the full trailer full. That's fine. Alright, so magically they have gotten up there. Haven't figured out how. These make enough sense as to how they got in there. So, what is it, 18? Yeah, 18. Into here. We're gonna fold up the back, close her up, give them a good beep of the horn, and then we're going to head to my milk bar. Alright, so while that's all the driving, I'll go ahead and head to the milk barn. So, but if the ATC containers work, that'd be perfect. Get so much stuff done that way. Because I actually want to utilize the trains. That's something we didn't have on Wild West. Honestly, I think it should have had one. Especially as large as it was. Any of the larger maps I really think should have a usable train. It just makes shipping so much easier. Little tiny maps like Ravenport, it only takes you, 5 minutes to get from one side of the map to the other, probably. Going 50, 60 mile an hour. But I mean, like this one, this is an 8X map. To get from up here to down here, which is basically a straight shot down, still takes me 5 minutes at 50 mile an hour, top speed, which is what I'm doing. That's not that bad. you know, I actually like where it takes a little bit to drive from point A to point B. As you can see, though, I do have quite a few weeds in 17. I can't do anything until it gets to that stage of growth that I need it to be in. But it's still underplanted. Ugh. I wonder if it's something to do with precision, because like I said, as you can see, I took samples of basically the entire field, like probably 98% of it. I mean, there's, you know, a few splotches here, a few splotches there. That's not perfectly squared off, serrated, but, you know, for the most part. And of course, I wonder if the field types also kind of play a little bit of an edge in it. It's not. How did I get it to tell me what it was? I can't remember what I pressed to find that out. There's something I pressed before that it would actually tell me, like, wait, was it under lands, maybe? Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so silty clay, that one. Silty clay, massively, that one. And this one's doesn't have any silty clay, but it's got the other three pretty close together in ranges. So I'm wondering, because this field is different. 16 and 18, when they were planted, 16 is wheat, 18 is oats. They, I think, took a day, and then they were in the first stage of growth. As you can see, actually, here, according to this thing, they should be more or less in their third stage of growth right now. Both of them. So they progressed rather quickly. However, 17 is not doing that. It's taking its sweet old time. You know, now it's the 23rd. So it's legitimately been 6 days. Today's the 6th day. And it still hasn't changed. Now, you know, I'm kind of leaning at the point now, since it hasn't changed yet. Oh man, I hope it doesn't wait all the way until the 9th. Well, no, it shouldn't have, because wheat and oat, their planting season isn't done yet. But speaking of a train, there is one. But I mean, maybe it won't change until beginning of summer. I don't know. Of course, they do have low drought resistance. Shouldn't really matter too much. Wasn't any frost issues either. Yeah, 50 degrees. It's, you know, been about that the whole time, so I'm not sure. It doesn't look like, let's see, Monday. So Monday, it looks like it's supposed to rain. Well, 50% chance of rain at this point. I can live with that. Yeah. As long as it's not flooding, downpour, I can live with that. It does help the crops out. And they can't really grow without water. Which actually, as soon as I get back, I'll probably check to see what the water level is of the ground. Because maybe it's not high enough. Alright, so here we go. Got some more Holsteins. So now we're sitting at 30. Of course, they need more water. So they went from 12 to 30. Yeah, so that's 18. So, yeah, I guess I must have been 6 short. Alright, so now that I just did that. Now that they're delivered, let's head back over to the warehouse, drop this off, clean her up and put her away. I'm definitely going to head to the house, give them some more water, and make sure they're good and topped off on it. This server runs 24/7, so that's why it's running in real time. Obviously, it's, you know, a full game season will take 4 months, so I'm hoping at some point though Chris will be getting on again, hopefully. Because of the fact that I actually want to talk to him about maybe doing some other things, you know? So, I actually probably will take a break from Farm Sim tomorrow. Probably gonna play something different. I'm kind of thinking going back to Sea of Thieves. It's been a little bit. Or Valheim. I've got other games, but not really horribly in the mood for them, I don't think. So we'll just have to, you know, see. So we'll get this thing back. Get my vents all closed up. To widen up this driveway. So I got the back folded down so I can get her nice and washed up. Yeah, the maker of this, of course, didn't put collisions for the ramp, so you kind of just walk through it. Kind of jump yourself up on the edge of the shelf. So. Make sure everything's nice, squeaky clean. So, in case you're wondering how I went with the dirt color against black, is I was actually doing more of a UPS theme for this, since it is, you know, running delivery and all that. Yeah, you see the train's literally right there. So it wouldn't be hard for me to load ATCs from here on there. So that is my plan. Put this back inside. All right. Oop. All right. So I'm gonna take this thing, a truck. Head home. Get them done up on water. And then I'll probably be getting off for the night, so. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of feeling probably Sea of Thieves tomorrow, to be honest. So I still got my Ford pickup truck. It's actually sitting over in my parking area for the farm. Still right there. So I've still got it. I just don't drive it to and from my house. I use it for, actually farm work. So I'll just drive, whatever to my house, park in the parking, hop in the truck, go do my stuff that I need to do for the day. So I got the extended cab dually for gooseneck and trailer work. We're carrying stuff for the cattle and equipment and such. Of course, I've got the mother truck for just basic daily driving. So yeah, I don't know if I had it on screen or not, but so after I moved, I got rid of that orange Mustang I had, the Road Rage, because I absolutely hate the motor sound to it. It sounds like some weird weed whacker crap going on. So, strongly against that. It's a muscle car, it should sound muscly. It's not a weed whacker powered car. So, sold that off. Had a K30 single cab just for a wee few minutes just to see if I, wanted to run that or not. Decided against it. I mean, even though it's an older farm truck, but it was just still like, nah. So from that, I went to the 94 F-350. Which I actually do like this truck. Chris actually found this one. So I had her up on Auger tires, on drop stars, had the road armor, front bumper, and the mesh grill. There it is. Road armor, front bumper. Had the decal on it. Wasn't running the toolbox. And then I had bull hauler stacks. That's what it is. I had the shotgun stacks on it. It's also messing around with the dump exhaust. Decided against that, so went with the shotgun stacks. Had it for a wee bit. was driving that around and I was like, you know, I think honestly I'm gonna frickin' change that too. So got rid of that, bought 2 of the 2nd gen Dodges after I put the upgrade, which actually the bull hauler exhaust came off of that 94 OBS. It's the wrong one. There it is. That is the exact one that's currently in the extended cab. I actually tried to put the shotguns on them too, but for some reason they kept showing up blue, so I don't know what's going on with that. So just stay with the bull hauler for the extended. Took the exhaust pipe, the stock exhaust pipe, and run it out the hood for the single cab. So, oh, I know what it was. I didn't like the red interior. I'm actually going to freaking like try to get it so I can change the interior. I don't like the red interior. Yeah, it's a nice looking truck. Runs really good, but I just can't stand that red interior. You know, just red. Doesn't look the greatest with freaking, yeah, green. And especially since you can see it around the edges of the door. Like, it just, no. So, traded that in. Like I said, got 2 of the 2nd gen Rams. Went with those instead. So, then put my my off-road Mad Buggy. That's actually the vehicle that I used to drive from Spawn. Because it actually, you know, has universal passenger on it. So I've got one of those. Well, that down there. In case I need to bring it back. That's the reason I was originally using. Oh, good, the train's not coming through. Unless I talk, probably. But anyway, so that's the reason I had the road rage. In case I wanted to grab anybody else, bring them with me. So, just decided to switch over. But yeah, so that basically catches you up on everything going on. So, oh, make sure you guys keep an eye out because very soon the merch store will officially be released. And as soon as I can get Chris to actually show up, we'll be doing a showing of all the products. Well, most of the products. There's 2 specific, well, 3 that I did not order because I put those on later, and of course I don't have a need for any of those 3. So, but yeah, so we will be covering that very soon. The store will officially be released when we do cover it, which will be, of course, very easy for you guys to find because it will be listed in the description on every single video. And of course, if you're on any of the live streams, it will bleep you about, you know, use this command to open up the store during the live stream. So you can actually order stuff during the live stream. And if you put your name, it'll, you know, blip on my screen, and I'll be able to personally thank you, which will be, I'm sure, very cool for quite a few people. So actually getting acknowledged. So, without further ado, I think that's going to go ahead and end this video for this evening. I know it's not as long as usual. Actually trying to make them shorter. So, you know, slim them down as best as I can. Of course, with live streams, I can't really slim them down, but recorded videos are definitely getting quite a bit shorter than they were before. But thanks for coming, thanks for watching, and I will definitely see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody.